I'm deciding to be independent when I live stream, like how I'm gonna do it differently than what people suggest. So yeah, that's cool that people suggest like, oh, like announcing in advance or having a schedule. But you know what? I don't want to do that anymore. Like I thought about this. Like I already do one scheduled live stream per week when I do it with Aya Cats on Friday nights at 8:45 Central Time. That is the only scheduled video live stream anything that I'm gonna do. I don't, yeah, because I thought about this. I don't want to burn out on YouTube. Like to me, like I think this is why so many people, you got hardcore stronger thought process about this. This is why a lot of people burn out on YouTube and then they don't come back because they get so rigid about it. And you know, I already have a schedule for this is what my schedule is for. Like if I work, okay? But for YouTube, no. Like if you're, you know, if you thrive off a schedule, that's cool, but I don't. Like in my free time for my fun stuff and my hobby, I don't want any kind of schedule because I want to do it when it's fun and when I feel like it. And sometimes I'm gonna be like what if there's a day you can't do something and then people get upset because it's not there? So I've just learned you need to kind of let go of schedules and it will kind of help you to grow in a way. I don't know, because I just whole scheduling thing and highly curated thing, it's not that I'm against it, but I kind of think it's part of the problem with this whole generation. Like there's nothing wrong with having a schedule, but like when it comes to YouTube, and I get it, like some channels have a schedule, but people just get so rigid. Like they'll delete a post on Instagram if it doesn't have enough likes. They'll, I don't know, maybe TikTok more now. Like maybe that's becoming the bigger thing with the younger people. But I'm just like the rigidity of it. Like I don't do anything rigid. Like when something becomes like a requirement and we have to do it at a certain day and time, I'm probably not gonna make it. And I don't want that. Like I don't want to have like I just want to have fun when I feel like it doing a live stream. So yes, that's why I don't schedule things. If you want to ask, because I really thought about this, because somebody like was saying these certain times, and I'm like, those times don't even work for me. And I want you to like put yourself first at all times. And yeah, this is for fun, and I would never do anything to make myself burn out on YouTube. And that's how I'm gonna have longevity in doing YouTube. I'm not even gonna try and figure out what kind of videos people want anymore because I do videos that are fun, make me happy. Like I want to have fun and I want to be happy, and that to me is so much more important than doing a certain kind of video that people want. Like some people will be like, "Well, I want this kind of video or that," and yeah, so what? Those kind of videos go viral, but what's going on? Why does it do that? Okay, that's weird. Wrong angle. Hold on. Right. But those are not the kind of videos that make me happy. So anyway, that's all I was gonna say about that is you kind of have to have a strong idea about what's gonna make you happy. And when you know your mindset, like you just stick with it. So I just don't know when I would ever have like an announced or scheduled live stream. I just don't think like I decided like long ago I don't like I can't do that whole scheduled video, and a lot of people who start the schedule they can't keep up with it or they eventually are off YouTube. And I thought, well, if you want to do YouTube and want to be having fun and doing it long term, you gotta be a little less rigid. Like I'm giving you permission to post to Instagram and not delete a post if it only gets 2 or 3 likes. Like on my I have one Instagram account that's not hair related. And sometimes the picture only gets 2 or 3 likes. I don't think it means that the picture is not as good as something else that someone else posts that gets like 100 likes. I just happen to like I photographed like something that I thought was really pretty the other day. And the few likes I got, like I actually appreciated those. Like I don't need it to get 1,000,000 likes. Because basically my other Instagram is just to curate little art projects that I'm starting again. Because I'm starting to do more art crafts and like food and nature. So I'm going to just be myself this time. Like I want to be 120% more myself. I don't want to make things to make other people happy, you know? Like yeah, a viral video is great, but how sustainable is that anyway? Like I feel like it's all changing all the time, and I don't do like keeping up with the trends. And I'm not into fickle pickle. Like so much, the fickle pickle culture is just so not healthy to me. Like people who don't know their minds from a young age. Like I'm sorry, I'm the kind of person that's always known myself. I'm so consistent like that. Like, and the way that I'm consistent is I've been on YouTube previously, back when I never had a viral video, and I would just post when it was fun. And I just want to be myself. Like I don't want to cater to the crowd. I don't like. I did a hair washing video once, okay, and people were like, "Do hair washing videos." I'm glad you get it. Okay, so I did a hair washing video once, and I didn't even get it, and I didn't like it. So like I would have people saying, "You should make more of those," and I'm like, "Why? It's not a video I want to make. I don't want to make a hair washing video. If you just want to see long hair and combing, that's more my thing." So yeah, I'm not gonna punish myself just because I don't have time to always sit down and make an edited video to not have videos up. Like I'm just gonna have fun making little videos that are live streams. Cause yes, you give yourself freedom, like to do what you want. Like it's so free. And I'm not against people who like schedules. Don't get me wrong. I just don't feel like I need them. So this channel, like it reflects my personality. It's my channel, my personality. You know, that's the most important thing. If you are doing YouTube, do it to have fun. Don't do it to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna need to like have this number of views or need to do it at this time or have this posting schedule. Because you know what? I've done edited videos before and I'm not saying I won't again. But every time I sit down and I make a super edited video and then I tell people I'm gonna release it, it's not like those like some of those videos, by the way, except for a couple, some of those videos got less views than a live stream that was impromptu. So it just makes me think after a while, well, if people aren't really watching that, like people always say, I want this edited video, but then the edited video gets fewer views than a live stream might. So it makes you think, well, okay, I can do that. And I'm not saying I won't do that. And I love the topic of long hair. So when I do an edited video again, I think what I'm going to talk about is how I've noticed that my hair is a little bit longer than knee length now. That's going to be my next go at it, you know, if the topic's around. So when you braid your hair, it's like it's going into three different highways that all merge together. That's kind of the way I think about braiding anyway. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. That's a lot. I love having fun with long hair. Like, but look, this is how long my hair is. And I love just having fun with it and doing it in ways that make me feel happy. That's most important. If you're gonna have long hair, make it fun for you, not for anybody else, but for you. Because you, at the end of the day, do you enjoy having long hair? I like having long hair because it makes me happy, and I love long hair. So any like, I just like to convey that. Like anything you do with hair should be something that makes you feel good, and then yourself. Water down each section so we can start the braiding process. There's a section where you like to do that. Gently, gently, gently. All the tangles out of my hair. Gently, tangle free hair. Okay. So it's time to get into what braid. talk about something else that kind of I just think is silly. How spoiled people in the West are regarding, and this is one thing I feel like still hasn't kind of been okay. It's a very silly thing, but like wanting perfect fruit rather than having organic, homegrown, like piece of fruit from somebody's tree. People are so like, oh my gosh, it has to be big and it has to look perfect, but they don't care if it's tasteless. I don't get that because, like, I would rather have a slightly bruised apple that's small, homegrown, and tasty than an edible but tasteless giant apple. And I don't, and that it kind of makes me think, like, okay, I don't. When did we become such snobs about produce? Like, and not even about the right things regarding produce. I know that's not hair related, but I like tasty, ripe produce. And if it's bruised, whatever. Like people are such like divas about avocados. They're like, oh my god, the avocado's a little brown on this. I want to tell you something. Avocados that are a little brown on the inside are actually riper and they taste better. Like brown, like really brown, like the way I like bananas. I like organic bananas that are super brown on the outside, which means they're super ripe, like ripe to the point that most people would throw them out. That's my favorite and most tasty banana. And you know what the cool part is? Oh, you know what? Maybe let people continue to think that this kind of produce is disgusting because that's the kind that gets marked down. And I'm like, not as much anymore though. Since the pandemic, I think people are cooking more at home, so it's a little harder to find these things. But pre-pandemic, oh, I love bananas that were ripe. They were cheaper. Like I would get a pound of bananas for 15 cents sometimes because they were brown. Organic bananas, but they were so brown that most people think they were trash, but they were so tasty. And no, I didn't always eat them in banana bread. Sometimes I just ate them in a smoothie. I like ripe fruit. It tastes better. Green bananas are no, they're no. They actually have. I bought some bananas on Wednesday. They were a little green, but it wasn't until like yesterday when they started getting brown, and I sat them on top of my avocados to ripen them up. And I'm like, sometimes you just have to ripen things up by putting other fruits together. I find that helps. But yeah, I love ripe fruit. I love it, and homegrown's better. Like if I knew somebody that had a banana tree, I'd be like, I'm sure those are more tasty. But homegrown apples, put apples to store. Like apples in the U.S., even if they're the organic, kind, they're just so not good. Like they're tasteless. Like because I know what a really yummy organic apple off my mom's tree tastes like, but they're small. They're not big because they, are a homegrown apple. They just taste so much better. And I miss them already because we still had some apples because apples keep for a while in the crisper, and then some of them didn't look perfect. Some were a little bruised. But I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not elitist about fruit because I love fruit. Actually, bruised fruit sometimes tastes better because it tends to be a little riper. And I've heard once there was this place you could buy, even if it's not organic, like it's not gonna be as tasty. But I heard that before there were places you could buy produce and fruit that didn't look perfect, like for really cheap prices. And I'm like, that's smart. Like you get produce for like super cheap, like why not? Actually, sometimes if you go to the grocery store, some days they're practically almost giving the fruit away. Yeah, they charge like 15 cents or something, but they were gonna throw it out anyway. But red band bananas, oh gosh. It's harder to find them these days though, but I used to grate Jelly Jam organic red band bananas, a pound of bananas. Like I think the store was probably near throwing them away, but they probably thought, well, we can make a little bit of a profit off something we're gonna throw in the trash anyway. So, but I'm like, that was my lucky day because I'm not gonna go dumpster diving. Sorry, it's not my grape jelly jam because I love ripe bananas. I had a couple bananas yesterday. I was like, gosh, I'm feeling like I thought I shouldn't buy bananas for a while, but I realized my mood improves. Like, because you do need glycogen, glucose to it helps to elevate your mood. To be honest with you, it really does. So you do need some like sugar in your life, in my opinion. I think it's just refined sugars are not the best, but yes, to feel like really good and optimal, I find the more fruit you have in your life, it just makes you feel happier. And I noticed every time I eat a piece of fruit or I eat some fresh veggies, like my mood elevates. Like it does it like boom through the roof like that. So I just need to go buy more produce. And I'm like, anytime you kind of feel like blah, you need to eat more produce. Like I realize that. So yeah, after I ate a couple of bananas, I was just feeling kind of but you eat a banana and it just makes you feel good. Like I'm not talking about durian rider style bananas where you're making like a 20 banana smoothie. That's just crazy. I mean like a couple bananas or something, you know. That is more my speed. Or I take the banana and I smash it up and put peanut butter on it. It's so good. That is so good. You could even do like oats, banana. So yeah, I'm thinking I should have been buying more bananas, but I was trying to eat up some of the produce, but I realized I'm much more likely to make smoothies when I have bananas because bananas really are good. I just was kind of out of the mood for bananas for a while, but I realized they completely make me feel better like every time. Um, do you have any questions, anybody? Because I need to get ready to go. But if you have any questions, sure. I was just kind of doing a fast live stream today. But if anybody has any questions, I can answer them before I go. I just really wasn't looking at the questions because I was just letting you kind of see how I comb out my hair real fast. But if before I go, anybody has a question, I'd be happy to answer. Any questions? That might be an interesting video. Braiding your hair eyes closed challenge. I might try that. Anyway, I probably should go because like I need to run off into the light. Anyway, eat some ripe bananas. Like if you have never tried a brown banana, try it. It's good. It's better than green bananas. Green bananas suck. Brown bananas are ripe and tasty, and it's better for you than eating like a processed sweet. They're sweet naturally, and it just makes you feel good and it tastes good. Anyway, thanks for watching.